Welcome back to Stand Up Channel. Tragic story of the loneliest man in the world who spent 26 years alone in the Amazon rainforest. The loneliest man in the world spent almost 3 decades surviving on his own in the depths of the Amazon rainforest. In the heart of Brazil's sprawling rainforest, there was once a man who lived entirely alone, having never uttered a word to another human being or coming into contact with the outside world for 26 years. The tribesman, known as the last of his tribe and man of the whole, was forced to fend for himself after he became the sole survivor of a brutal massacre that wiped out his tribe. Yet, clearly undeterred by any feelings of loneliness that he probably felt, the indigenous hunter adapted to his unique circumstances, hunting, making tools, and even building a home for himself out of palm trees. The mysterious man had no name and spoke no language that anyone could understand, and had quite literally no one to confide in for most of his life. The outside world did attempt to make contact with him, and would leave him supplies like weapons from time to time, though that's as far as human contact would go, as he would often flee at the mere sight of another person. The world first became aware of the tribesman's existence in 1996 when Brazilian authorities spotted signs someone was living alone in the remote Tanaru indigenous territory in Rondônia state. Trackers would occasionally catch glimpses of him, noting his lean and agile shape, and that he sported a bow and arrow made from bamboo, though little else. They also found he would dig deep holes in the ground and cover them with sticks, leaves, and rocks in a bid to trap animals, and would litter the grave like pits with sharpened stakes, though others appeared to be for spiritual or ritualistic reasons. It is believed he spent most of his time hunting birds, monkeys, and pigs with his trusty bow and arrow, and grew corn and papaya around his hut. His heartbreaking story then came to light when the Brazilian government managed to record him in secret in 2018. The footage gave some fascinating insight into the man's life, as he was seen half-naked and hacking down a tree with a homemade axe before glancing right into the camera lens and disappearing from sight forever. After decades of dodging civilization and starvation, the man eventually died of natural causes, as the authorities found his body lying in a hammock outside his palm-thatched shelter in August 2022. His tragic end serves as a haunting reminder of humankind's resilience and survival instincts, and of his tribe's cultural heritage, which is now lost forever. It is believed his tribe was wiped out by illegal cattle ranchers sometime in the 1980s and 1990s, when the Amazon became a hotspot for violent exploitation to make way for farmland. FUNAI, the Indigenous Affairs Agency, respected his wishes for a life of solitude and set up zones and reserves to protect him from afar. Altair Algier, a local coordinator for FUNAI, said, "This man, unknown to us, even losing everything, like his people and a series of cultural practices, has proved that, even then, alone in the middle of the bush, is possible to survive and resist allying with society," as per the Daily Mail. Survival International, a group that campaigns for indigenous rights, also called him the victim of a genocide forgotten by most, standing as a symbol of both horrific violence and astonishing resilience. Source: ladbible.com. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.